So I've got this thing called a girl squad. And one of my girls in my squad is the woman that I just mentioned in that email you read. Most people know my story about quitting my job live online in front of 10,000 people, but few people know my friend Jen's story about getting skipped over at work and deciding to transition from her exec role in corporate to running her own multi-million-dollar business. Now, we all know that work politics can be crazy, but sometimes when we climb the ranks and get the job with all the perks, it's really hard to leave. It gets hard to believe that you can jump ship and do better on your own. But after a while, it becomes next to impossible to show up and perform every day at work, because that thing that used to drive you, it just doesn't drive you anymore. I call it the pull. You know what I'm talking about. It's that thing, it's that tug. When you get the pull, you start feeling like, I want to see what I can do. Or, I know I'm talented, but how can I make this happen on my own? Jen felt it. She felt the pull. And she did the thing that we teach at Inherit. She took a small step. She made the decision to leave. Now, I didn't say that she actually left. I said she made the decision to leave. But then she took another small step. She picked a time frame to leave. And then she took another small step, and another, and another. And then the momentum took hold. She saw an opportunity to open a brick and mortar business, and she found a location, she got a loan, she bet on herself. And before you know it, her women's boutique was open for business. And in just 2 years, Jen went from being the only employee to having a staff, and then eventually to having 3 locations and a team of 15 people. In just 2 years, she went from no business to a multi-million-dollar business, earning over $10 million in revenue. And guess what? She didn't quit her job live in front of 10,000 people. As a matter of fact, she left on really good terms. She gave her department a 9-month transition plan. She worked her job for nearly a year before finally handing in that official job notice. Here's what I want you to know. Everyone's entrepreneurial journey is wildly different, but every successful entrepreneur is beholden to the same fundamentals. Jen and I both made the choice to quit our corporate careers. I did it live on the internet, and she did it with a letter of resignation. But we both took the small step of committing to leaving our jobs. And you can too. You can build a business that exceeds every dream that you've ever dreamt. You can attain financial freedom. You can have wealth and prosperity. But the truth is, getting those results, it doesn't start with learning how to make $1 million. It starts with focusing on taking small steps forward. And the more that you do that, the faster things happen for you. Because God sees your obedience, your faithfulness, and He blesses you with this magical thing called momentum. And momentum is not that thing you're seeing online every day, where it looks like you're an overnight success and your momentum is measured in material goods. That's all temporary momentum. At Inherit Learning Company, we focus on sustainable momentum. Sustainable momentum is when opportunities that you never saw coming start showing up. And you wake up one day and you realize that all your dreams are now your reality. Friend, we do what we do at Inherit Learning Company because we've seen thousands of corporate professionals, full-time moms, creators, business owners, transform their life by just learning and applying the fundamentals we teach in our wildly popular 1K one-day business training. Have you ever watched the news and heard a story about someone who dropped out of college and then boom, it seems like overnight they become this quadrillionaire? Let me just share a tiny tip. The next time you hear one of these stories, just promise me, instead of looking at where they stand, look at where they started. So before I let you go, in the description below, you can use the links provided to learn more about the training programs available at Inherit Learning Company. Friend, you got this. All you need is to focus on your next small step.